Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Weight Management Made Easy. I want to first welcome you and acknowledge you for wanting to learn more about how doTERRA's holistic approach can help you manage your weight. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And while I'm doing that, go ahead, grab your oils, your water, pen and paper in case you want to take notes. Okay. So bear with me. I'm going to try to figure this out. Okay. iPads are a little bit different. Okay, let's try it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, can you guys see the presentation? Are you seeing that?
Yes, I can see it.
Great. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. There we go. All right, so welcome. I am your host and wellness advocate, Nicole Mock. Before I get started into the nitty gritty, I want to share something that came to me about a week before I decided to do this class. And I was just like, okay, I have to share this with you because it totally coincides with what I'm going to share with you today. So I got a random email from SurveyMonkey. They did a survey this year. They had 1,600 participants, and they were curious about people's exercise and diet plans. And one of the findings they had, they noticed consumers struggle with dieting for various reasons, from discipline to cost. And according to their research, the 3 top reasons why people aren't eating as healthy is because 33% can't stick to a diet plan. Or the second one was 25% don't have time to make healthy food. I know that's a struggle when you have, kids and jobs and everything happening at the same time. And then number 3 was 22% can't afford healthy food. Because the cost of fruits and vegetables can be a little bit more higher than, protein like meat and chicken. And then the next thing they had, which I thought might resonate with you guys, those who are interested in getting started, here's what could get them to try new weight loss products. 43% said low cost, 42% said easy to stick to, and 30% wanted a trusted brand. And I think that doTERRA does all 3. At least I hope that's the takeaway you get after this class. And last but not least, why people aren't exercising as much as they should. Their top reasons included 53% are not motivated to exercise. I get that. 35% are too tired, which actually we're going to talk about in this class, because when you do change your diet, when you do start to exercise, your body's going to become fatigued more often. And doTERRA has a solution for that. And then last but not least, 29% can't stick to a routine. So I'm going to help you out with that as well. Okay. So just a quick story about myself. As I noticed right after I turned 40 and I had my second baby, I just could not lose that middle section around my waist. I thought it was baby weight for the longest time. And people would come up to me and ask me if I was pregnant all the time. And Aaron and I did joke a lot that I looked 4 months pregnant. Like, we would make jokes about it, especially in the evening. And I, like everybody else, I turned to Google to find out, what can I do to boost my metabolism? And this is way before doTERRA came into my life. So of course, the top, topic that came up was eating grapefruit. So guess what I did? I grabbed a whole bunch of grapefruit, and every day at work, I had a half of a grapefruit. And I just thought, after a week, I was like, I don't know if I could keep doing this, because, after a while, you get kind of tired eating the same things over and over. And so, I kind of stopped. I kind of gave up. And then it wasn't until 2 years after I joined doTERRA, I really started working on or focusing on, my gut. And it turned out it wasn't baby weight the whole time. I was bloated. I wasn't, taking care of myself in that respect. Because I was, doing all the exercising 3 to 4 times a week for 20 to 30 minutes, and nothing was working. So I started the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and what was the other? Oh, Digestin was another one. And Aaron noticed after 6 months that I didn't have the bloat anymore. And it was actually him that pointed it out to me, because I didn't notice it either until mentioned it. And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. It's got to be these two things. When I was first introduced to oils, it was lavender. I had a little kid that was super hyper, and he asked for, or actually I asked him if I could put some on him because I wanted to go to, hang out with Aaron. So I applied some on his chest after he said yes, when I asked him. And I noticed him within minutes, he stopped jumping on the bed, got under the covers, and went to sleep. And I was like excited. I was like, yay, I found a solution for my son that wasn't Benadryl, because I'm trying to win Mom of the Year. And but I still didn't think anything of the oil. I was just like, yes, I have more time for myself. It wasn't until the next night I went in to say goodnight to the kids, and they were already like in bed and about to fall asleep. And Ian's head popped up and said, Mom, can I have some lavender? And I was like, oh, there's something to this. I currently work part-time in the child nutrition services in San Marcos School District, Unified School District. And my husband, who I've been married for 16 years, he's a physical therapist assistant. And right now, Ian is 12 in middle school at Woodland. We both are at Woodland. And Erica is 8. Okay, so here, just a recap, because you probably have been to a class and we share a lot of information with you. And this is just continuing educational, friendly reminder of the 3 cool things about essential oils. 1, they're safe. doTERRA source their plants globally because the soil still has the nutrients that the plants thrive on. They pay the farmers fair market value to plant, to grow, to harvest, and distill the plants. And then they're shipped straight to the US. There's no middleman or anything. And once it reaches the US, doTERRA tests the oils 54 times, and 11 of those are done by third-party labs because they want to compare the reports to make sure there's absolutely no contaminants, no pesticides, no microorganisms. Right now, the FDA does not regulate this $18 billion industry. doTERRA has made, I think last year, $3 billion globally in sales. So, there's all kinds of brands out there, and we don't know what's in those oils, but we do know that because doTERRA tests their oils 54 times, they set their own standard, certified pure therapeutic grade. And what that means, it has the chemical compounds that's going to work with our cells and help our cells function like they need to. So these are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. Now they're effective because oil attracts oil. Most modern medications are water-based, so it takes longer to work, typically 7 to 14 days is what our doctor tells us. So once the oil is absorbed in our bodies, it attaches to the cell's oily membrane. Our cells have all these oily membranes. So it attaches to that, and then it can bypass that, and then it tells the cell what it's functioning. And our body naturally does that already, but sometimes we're a little deficient on certain chemical molecules that the cells are looking for. And so these oils are kind of supplement for that. They're affordable. That's the third cool thing. They're more affordable than traditional medical care. Pennies per dose, and you're going to save hundreds of dollars a year in medical costs. It's going to save you on PTO, co-pays, because you've got the tools already in your medicine cabinet. Even going to, pick up your prescription, you got to remember everything the pharmacist told you. So by the time you take it, you got to remember everything. And then you wait, 14 days. All right, next. Real quickly, the 3 ways to use doTERRA essential oils. We have 3 options. One is aromatic. That's the most common way to use these oils, and it's the quickest way to get them into your system, and love those benefits. When you diffuse, you want to use just 3 to 4 drops. Anything more than that is kind of a waste. So again, we're affordably using these oils, so just need a little bit. Goes a long way. And what the diffusing does, it positively affects your mood, it cleanses the air, and supports your respiratory system. Second option is to apply on the skin topically on the affected area, or pulse points, that's behind the ears, your wrist, behind the knees. And if you're concerned about skin sensitivity, you can use fractionated coconut oil or any carrier oil, or you could put on the bottom of your feet because the pores are bigger, so more oil will absorb. And when you use fractionated coconut oil, what that's going to do is hold the oil to the skin so more will absorb. But you can apply neat and it'll just become a walking diffuser because the oils are going to flake off and people are going to compliment how well you smell. And then the third option, you don't have to unless you're comfortable, is taken internally. Some oils you do probably need to revisit if you do try this technique because they're so potent, it might be overwhelming. A couple of ways you can use is 1 drop per 4 ounce in water. Stainless steel glass only. BPA free is fine, but try to avoid plastics altogether because over time the oil will break down the plastic and you're ingesting the toxins from that plastic. There's veggie caps or gel caps. You can make your own 1 or 2 drops, again, just a little bit, or 1 drop underneath the tongue. Okay. Now, there are 6 things our body needs for it to function as a whole. And these are it: carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals, and water. A couple of suggestions on the carbohydrates. I know you're like, oh, bread, I can't. Well, if it's white processed breads, yes, try to eliminate that as much as possible. Want to look for whole grain, not whole wheat, but whole grain breads. There's potato, oatmeal. And I kind of want to talk a little about oatmeal because I used to sell oatmeal to Costco. So I learned a little bit about that. You want to look for steel cut oats. I know it takes time to cook steel cut oats because it has very high nutritional value. You can, for another option, if you don't have time to cook it, there is the old-fashioned rolled oats. They're still processed, but they're still going to have the same nutritional value as the steel cut oats. And it doesn't take as long to cook. And you can always meal plan and cook ahead of time. At least that's how I do it. If I feel like, I want oatmeal this week, I bust out my steel cut oats and I make it on Sunday, store it, and then I can scoop out what I want the rest of the week. Now the instant Quaker, I hate to say a brand name, but the instant oatmeal, those have been processed so much that they've lost more nutritional value. There's still some there, but it doesn't have as much as the steel cut oats and the old-fashioned rolled ones. But if you're on a time crunch, that's fine as well. Protein is, egg, chicken, meat, seafood, fish, even soy, like tofu. Fats would be avocados, good fats. Olive oil is also another one or another option. And then vitamins and minerals, I'm going to say together because vitamins don't work without minerals. So you kind of need both. And you can find those in fruits and vegetables. And then last but not least, water. So important to have water. One of the things I keep forgetting is how much. So I've kind of Googled this several times, and but now I've got it in my brain. You want to take the weight that you're currently at and divide that by 2, and that's how many ounces of water a day you should be intaking. And I'm going to share some tips on how to increase that throughout the class. All right. Let's dive into Slim and Sassy, the metabolic blend. What this blend does, it helps support efforts to eat less and exercise towards a healthy weight loss in a way your body naturally wants to work. Okay. It also helps with hunger pains in between meals. That actually happened to me not that long ago. Normally I reach for my grapefruit, but I remembered I had Slim and Sassy. I put that in some water, and sure enough, as I'm cooking my dinner, I didn't feel like I needed to grab some kind of snack in the pantry. It helps calm stomach and gastrointestinal distress is sometimes associated with dieting because we're either adding more fruits and vegetables and your body's like, what is all this? This is great, but I'm having a hard time digesting it. That helps with that. It reduces oxidation and supports cellular resilience. It supports the healthy metabolism of fat and energy production. So what is in this blend? Let's go over that. So first, we're going to tackle cinnamon bark. Cinnamon bark reduces risk factors of obesity by improving liver function. It decreases the amount of liver damage we have, and it's an antioxidant. Serum lipid balance balances bad cholesterol LDL and good cholesterol HDL. I know that's been something I've been struggling with. I don't know if that might be something you're working with or trying to fix. It reduces diabetic risk, so it balances good sugars in healthy adults. And adapogenic inhibition, I'm probably butchering that word. This prevents the body from producing new fat cells. So that's what that oil does. And then ginger is next. That stimulates significant weight loss in a different way. Lipolysis is a process through which adipocytes decrease fats. Your cells will have a tendency to release the fat the body is holding. Ginger also curbs appetite. It reduces cravings. And lastly, it enhances the food you eat, which actually can reduce your desire to eat as much. So a quick tip is add a drop in your water when you're having your meal. I find that interesting that that ginger does that, because if you've ever had sushi, they always have little slivers of ginger. And I found out the reason they give you that is if you have more than one type of, sushi roll, after you've had a couple of those rolls, then you take a little sliver of the ginger and it cleanses your palate for the next roll. I didn't know that. I thought that was fascinating. All right, moving on to grapefruit and lemon. This helps to reduce appetite as well. It induces lipolysis, the process through which the adipocytes decrease fat. And it also elevates your mood. So if you're not motivated to work out or eat healthy, this is going to help you do that. Peppermint is also a natural energy booster, and it's going to support your tummy when you're introducing new foods. Is anyone here using Slim and Sassy that want to share their experience?
I'm using
Donna
it.
or Alice? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm using it. I do find that if I put it in my tea in the morning, I tend to not snack.
You tend to what? I'm sorry.
I tend to not snack then.
Oh, excellent. All right, right on. Perfect. So it's working for you. I love it. Thank you, Donna. Okay, so
That's great.
recap of the key benefits.
Sorry.
It's okay. It
Sorry.
promotes. Go ahead.
No. I was going to say, just like Donna, if I start off the morning using the Slim and Sassy I add it to my water, and it does really help kind of curb my snacking. And so that's it. It's just remembering to use it. And it does taste great once you get used to it. But I like to use the gel caps. I prefer to use the gel caps.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Alice. All right, so recap the key benefits. It promotes healthy metabolism, helps manage hunger cravings, it calms stomach and uplifts the mood, a diuretic, stimulant, and calorie-free. Yay. All right, so with this blend, you can use it all three ways, smell, taste, and touch. The reason they have the sensitive is because of the citrus oils. Be mindful if you're going to put that on your chest or anywhere on your body where sun is going to be exposed, because it'll leave a sunburn. So be mindful of that. Aromatic usage suggestions: you can diffuse during a workout for a revitalizing energy boost. If you go to the gym, just throw it in your bag with your towel, and you could put, I would put 3 to 4 drops on your towel, and then you just inhale that in between your reps or in between, whatever you're working, body types you're working on. And if you have a home gym, throw your diffuser in there and do 3 or 4 drops and diffuse while you're working out. Topical uses, you can apply 1 drop on the bottom of your feet. You can add a drop of FCO or any carrier oil, and you can apply 1 drop on your pulse points. Internal use suggestions: it does say add 8 drops to 4 ounces, but I think that might be too much. I mean, you guys can figure out what's going to work best for you. I always go by the rule of 1 drop per 4 ounce. So I would do 4 for me, but it's totally up to you. But yeah, add it to your water to manage your hunger and add flavor to your water. You can take in a veggie capsule to help control appetite and add a few drops to your trim shake or your favorite smoothie. So you can add this to your smoothie too. All right, let's talk about the Slim and Sassy soft gels. Is this what you were talking about, Alice? Is this what you use?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, we're going to dive into that. So it reduces whole body toxicity, all the toxins in your body. It reduces that. This blend is a natural way to recuse the fat in the tissue, and it releases it safely from the body. It also lifts and elevates the mood, which has been associated with successful weight loss efforts, and encourages healthy hydration during dieting, exercise, and throughout the day. Because when you take it morning, PM, you're going to take it with, a full ounce, 8-ounce glass of water. Do you want to share your experience with this one, Alice? You have anything to share?
Yes. And so
Okay.
I do, yeah. For me, like one of your slides said, it helps with the cravings, and working remotely, well, working at home now, right? It's just you have more access to things, right? Whereas if you're in the office space,
Very true.
right, you're limited in your snacking or what you do snack on. So being
Exactly.
home, yeah. So being home, that's been the challenge, is eating better, drinking more water. But yes, so definitely it does help. It does help me with those cravings. And the one point that you mentioned in the previous slide is, I don't think about diffusing Slim and Sassy. I may try that this
Right?
week.
Yeah,
I never
I
thought
always
about it.
forget. Me too.
Mhm.
I don't really typically think about diffusing it, especially working out. So the next time I'm on the elliptical in a garage, I'm going to bring the diffuser and go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Alice.
Mhm.
All right, what's next? Oh, trim shake. Let's talk about the trim shake. So the benefits of the trim shakes. It's a delicious weight management shake mix. It has 68 calories per serving. So if you're counting your calories, there's that. You could blend it with non-fat dairy, almond rice, or soy milk or water. It can be used as part of a weight loss strategy to reduce calorie intake. It also has Estria trim, which has been clinically demonstrated to help manage cortisol. So if you're in a stressful situation, that's going to help manage that. I also and control stress-induced appetite, because we tend to turn to food when we're stressed out, overeating, and carbohydrate cravings. That's been my what do you call it, crutch, is the carbohydrates, because every time I get hungry, I'm like, I want a carbohydrate, and I'm trying to not do that and take in more fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
It
And
helps
can I
support
share
blood.
some?
Yeah,
I'm
please
sorry.
do.
Sorry to
Yes.
interrupt you, because I don't know if you're going to switch
No.
slides, but um, I'm not much of a chocolate person, but this chocolate is wonderful. And I personally like the vanilla. And what I like about it is that if you add like the wild orange or the tangerine to the vanilla,
Yes.
kind of gives it that creamsicle ice cream taste. If some of you ever like that orange sherbety taste. So that's what I like to do. So you can add your
That's
oils
wonderful.
to it.
Yeah, thank you, Alice. I got to try that one of these days with the wild orange. I keep hearing about that. It sounds yummy, like a nice summer
Yes.
treat.
Mhm.
Thank you. What else does it do? Oh, helps support blood sugar levels already in a normal range, enhances energy. Most diets and exercise may make you feel like, remember in the top of the class, I mentioned, people 35% are too tired or 53% are not motivated. Well, this trim shake's going to help with that. It controls snacking between meals, portion control. It gives you that feeling of full faster and longer. And then a couple of quick product facts. It doesn't contain gluten, GMOs, or soy base, no sugar. Yay, that's a bonus. 2 scoops equals a meal replacement, so breakfast, lunch. 1 scoop provides 8 grams of whey solate and egg white protein to help prevent loss of muscle mass and improve muscle tone. So that's an extra benefit there. So yeah, you can mix with your favorite fruit or veggies. Yay. All right, what's next? Okay, so Slim and Sassy, oh God, I'm not gonna be able to say that. Proprietary essential oil blend is a natural, effective way to help manage hunger, calm your stomach, and lift your mood. Okay, who wants to feel awesome all the time? I know I do. doTERRA's Long Life Vitality Pack LLV is their #1 product. You try for 30 days, and if you don't feel less pain, better sleep, better mood, yeah, you can send it back and get your money back, and I can help you with that. So I'm going to quickly break down what each bottle does. I'm going to start with the Microplex VMZ because that is your vitamins and minerals. There's your supplement for vitamins and minerals. It's a full whole food vitamin and mineral. So it's a full servings of fruits and vegetables. As a mom, I try to make sure we have a balance of that, but either we eat it too fast or not fast enough and it spoils. And this is just gaps. It's a supplement for those gaps, to fill those gaps. XEO Omega is omega fatty acids 3, 6, and 9 for, eye and brain health. Just a side note, omegas are not a sustainable product. So if you've had friends or someone or had this experience with other omegas, that fishy smell or that when you burp it up and it has that fish, whatever, these won't, because doTERRA has figured out the 9 essential oils that are going to sustain the omega. And these essential oils are going to be tummy tamers. So it's an added benefit. And it really smells amazing. The bottle smells. Alpha CRS Plus, it basically keeps the free radicals from attaching to our cells because we can't control our environmental threats. And so those, seep into our skin and they want to attach to the cells, and these keep that from happening. So it keeps inflammation down throughout the day. Hey, Alice, would you mind sharing your experience with the LLV? Please?
Sure, I'd love to. So for me, the lifelong vitality has definitely made a difference. A few years back, when I was introduced to doTERRA, I was told about the vitamins, how wonderful they were, but I just wouldn't really take them. And I would take them occasionally when I remembered. So one year I really had an issue with stress, and it showed up in the form of hair loss. So I had a lot of patches of hair gone. I mean, it looked like somebody just yanked my hair out. And so I did go to a dermatologist, and we tried different things and nothing worked. And so our friend who introduced us to the oils said, "Hey, are you taking your vitamins?" And I wasn't. And so I started taking them every day consistently, just as the package says. And I'd say within 3 months, there was noticeable hair growth. And then by 6 months, all the patches were filled. And as you can tell, I'm not lacking any hair.
Yeah,
so for me,
your hair looks full.
yes. And so for me, the supplements help me with my hair. It also helps me with aches and pain because I commute not the last year, but I sit in the car driving a lot, and that can be wear and tear on your back. And so for me, this also helped me with those aches and pain just from sitting all day long. So for me, these are a game changer. And at first, you might not notice a difference, but believe me, once you stop taking them, you'll know that they were really helping you.
Yeah,
So.
I can definitely attest to that. I noticed since I've started perimenopausal, I was experiencing some hot flashes for the first time back in November. And I was just like, what is this? Because I didn't know. And it turned out it was my omegas. I had run out, and those were the only supplements I wasn't taking at the time. And as soon as I got my replacement, though I haven't had one since. So definitely helps with that. For sure, these 3 bottles are going to set the foundation for your gut health, because remember, 90% of serotonin comes from the gut. So it's a huge benefits. I mean, we could talk about these all day long. But thank you, Alice, so much for sharing your story with me. I love that
welcome.
one.
And Nicole, how you just talked about the omegas.
Yeah.
So I could never really take an omega until doTERRA's omega, because all the other omegas, I take it and I'd keep tasting it. It was just horrible. And I stopped buying the bottles, and then people would share theirs. I'd put it in the freezer. I tried all kinds of things, but this is the only one because of the essential oils in the omega. I don't burp it or taste it.
Oh, excellent. I know. It's amazing. Thank you, doTERRA. All right. So if you've already gotten started, you've got a wellness weight management plan in place, and you're just looking for a couple of tips, you can cherry pick from this plan to fill in the gaps where you're lacking, or you're just like, I don't know what else to do in the morning or the afternoon when it comes to meal planning, here's a couple of suggestions. If you don't have anything set up right now, then definitely take the reins and try all of these for at least 30 days and see how you feel. So before breakfast, like Alice and Donna do, they put Slim and Sassy in their drinks, and they have that. For a morning meal, you can use the Slim and Sassy trim shake and add your favorite oils in there. In between meals, you can use the Slim and Sassy oil in your water. And then for noon, a healthy meal, if you are capable to make a healthy meal, or a Slim and Sassy trim shake. And then in between meals, again, the essential oil blends with your water or whatever juice you're drinking, that's fine too. And then evening meal, just a healthy, simple, and just make sure you've got your carbs, your protein, your fat, and your vitamins and minerals. You're all set. And then in between meals at the very end, this happens to me a lot. Before bed, I get a little hungry and I want to raid the pantry. So just reach for your metabolic blend and drink a glass of water before bed. Okay. All right. So how do we get doTERRA into your home? There's 3 ways. You can purchase full retail, but I don't want you guys to do that because you can get a discount on these. By becoming a wholesale customer, you get 25% off. Pay a membership fee of $35. And then you never have to buy again. You're not obligated to sell. This isn't like one of those where you buy a kit and then you got to sell it. It's your personal products that you get to use. There's no monthly requirement. However, there are bonuses for participating in our optional loyalty program. And the third option is to get a year-long membership for free. If you're open to that, you want to learn more about that, you can connect with me offline and we'll talk to you. We can figure that out. But for today, for this class, I want to share with you the Slim and Sassy New You kit. Now, the price there does include the $35 membership fee. So if you're already a member, it's $199. And I did the math. If you were to buy these over time individually, you're going to pay an additional $36. So this is below wholesale cost in this kit, but you will have to pay the $35 membership fee if you don't have an account. So what this kit includes is 2 trim shakes. You can choose 2 chocolates, 2 vanillas, or a chocolate and vanilla. They give us options. It has the Life on Vitality pack, so you can start that regimen right away. And you get 4 Slim and Sassy 50 milliliter bottles. And you're probably thinking, wow, that is a lot of oil. It's 1,000 drops. But I have a couple of tips for you on what you could do with those bottles so they're not hiding in your cupboards. You could put one in the kitchen where you make your coffee or where you drink your water or where you make your shakes. You can have one in your home office or at your office if you still commute. So you have that there and you can put it in your water or you can diffuse at your desk. You can also pop one in your gym bag or in your home gym. If you have a home gym, keep it in there next to the diffuser. So when you work out, and then if you have it in your gym bag, then have a towel and you can diffuse that way. And then the fourth one, if us ladies, we can throw it in our bag. We can throw it in our purse. So when we're out with our friends, we don't want to overindulge while we're, out hanging out with them. You just put a drop in your water and you can share with your friends at the same time. And everybody gets benefits from that. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I don't want to carry a big 15 milliliter bottle, I have another option for you. I'm going to talk to you about that later on in the class. Okay. Another option, if you want to skip the LLV, because maybe you're already a member and you've got that in your cart set up. Here's another option, the trim kit. You'll get 2 of the trim shakes. Again, the option is 2 chocolates, 2 vanillas, or a chocolate and a vanilla, and the 4 bottles of Slim and Sassy. And again, it's just put it in the places where you're gonna need it or want to use it. The price here again does include the $35 membership fee. So if you're already a member, it's the $150. And keep in mind, this is for those that want to do a 30-day wellness plan, a 60-day wellness plan, or up to a 90-day wellness plan. I believe there's 40 servings in each container of trim shakes. So depending how often you make your trim shakes, if you want to cherry pick from the plan or you go by the one I suggested earlier in the couple of the back slides, yeah, it's gonna be enough to last you that long. So don't think like, oh my God, it's too much product. This is like, you're setting yourself up for the next, 30 to 3 months, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, so what can you expect from us? So who you buy your essential oil from is just as important. Where I know that Target, CVS, Walmart is not going to notice what's in your shopping cart, reaching for those diet supplements that they carry and ask, hey, how did that work for you? But I will. And I have 3 ebooks that I can share with you that all tie into this class. There's a trim shake recipe ebook. Or is it the essential oil? It might be essential oil and a recipe book. So it's 2 different ones. And I also have, and this is all from doTERRA. It's not something I made up. They already had it for us. I just found it and I'm like, I can share this with you. There's a weight management ebook as well. And that just has a whole, it's pages of good information, safety, recipes. There won't be any cleaning recipes, but you kind of get the idea. Access to favorite Facebook group. Yes, if you're not a member, I'm going to invite you to other private Facebook groups. There's a couple that I like because if you have a question, usually someone has already asked that question and you can research that topic in the Facebook groups. And then, you get a wellness consult with me once you get your products. So we can open up everything and you can try them out together. And then we'll set you up the next 30, 60, 90 days. Okay. So what's next? If you know which collection spoke to you, this is the information you'll need: name, phone number, email address, date of birth, billing information, and which collection. If you're already a member, you could just go over to your account, log in, and pop the kits in. And if you're not sure yet, we can hop on the phone and discuss the next best steps for you. All right. So I talked about, you don't want to carry a big 15 milliliter bottle of, Slim and Sassy. I do share these keychains. I have one. All you have to do is commit to, yes, I want to host a class. We pick a date together that's going to work for both of us, and I'll send you the keychain before the class. But it'll be empty. You'll still have the vials, but it'll still be empty. What will happen is if you invite 10 people and 5 people show up, then I will fill 5 of the little spaces there with vials. So you can take this on the go, throw it in your purse, and you just have like a little sample with you. So if you want that, let me know and we'll get you started. Okay. And then last but not least, there's 3 types of people that come to my class and become members with doTERRA. They're going to live the wellness lifestyle. They're going to, by the end of the year, you should see and feel results. And they're just going to live the wellness lifestyle. Share, that is someone that wants to get their products paid for. They naturally going to share products that work for them. And then the third person, they want to earn income and make an impact. They want to empower other women to take, their weight management seriously. So if you think you're any one of these 3, please stick with me a little longer, about another 5 minutes, and I'll share with you the joy of sharing oils. So why doTERRA? Why now? Well, they're the largest essential oil company in the world. The US market made $1 billion last year, considering everything that happened in the pandemic. And globally, the rest of the countries and markets that they're in, they did $2 billion. So $3 billion total out of the $18 billion industry. That's pretty impressive. Most tested, most trusted oils in the market. Remember, we talked about they're tested 54 times. They're used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. That's really their goal, is to incorporate the modern approach with the holistic approach so that patients can reap the benefits of both worlds. They're ethically and sustainably sourced. They're always looking for ways for farmers to reduce waste. Just recently, I found out turmeric. One of the farmers will harvest turmeric, and the leftover pulp will be turned into the spice that they can sell, to the spice world. So they're a dual income for that farmer. They work closely with farmers. I think it's like 96% of the farmers work exclusively with doTERRA. They're available in 120 plus markets. The compensation plan is genius and very generous. They're bi-level. I believe that's what it's called. I don't have my notes in front of me, but off my memory, I think it's called bi-level compensation plan. I think there's 3 different types out there for LMLMs, and that's the one they went with because they had a product first and then a compensation plan, whereas most companies come up with a compensation plan first and then the product. They have a high retention rate, a 65% loyalty customer. Just in comparison with Costco and their membership, that's somewhere around 85, 86%. And most MLMs have anywhere between 20 and 35% retention. It's a privately owned company, incredible ownership team, and they're debt-free with no outside funding. So there's no investors, on their backs asking to get paid back. So which this allows doTERRA to do things, these huge incentives like Founders 2.0. They did this a year ago or 2 years ago with Founders 1.0. And what happens is they make X amount of money, and instead of just keeping it for themselves, they want to give it back to the wellness advocates that are out there, changing people's lives. And those guys are getting qualified. I think the prize is 100 grand this year. So, I mean, wow, that's pretty incredible. That's doTERRA. So questions you may have, how do I make money? How much time is involved? Could this work for me? And what's the next step? So this is how you make money. You get a kit and you just get familiar with the oils, and then you're just naturally going to want to be like, okay, I got to share this with my friends and family. So you sample them, then you're going to invite them, follow up, and teach them, the 3 cool things and how to safely use them. Then you're going to enroll them, get their membership for them, and then you're going to support them. Just wellness consult and continuing education, super easy. And the potential income, if you just want your oils paid for, then, share and you get your oils paid for. If you want to supplement your income, you can reach for those goals. So this is like a side hustle, just make a couple extra bucks to either pay for car notes or your children's education. For me, I want to redo the house. So I'm trying to make enough to help chip in with that. Replace and multiply your income. You can reach for those. So you could quit your full-time job and reach for those goals. So how much time is involved? Well, if you want your oils paid for, it's just 3 to 5 hours a week. So 15 minutes a day, really. And if you want to supplement your income as a side gig, 5 to 15 hours. I had a full-time job not that long ago, and I was doing this on the side, and it's super easy. It didn't take a whole lot of time. I still had time with my kids. And if you want to replace your income, then just increase it to 15 to 30. So really not full time, but you do, put in some time. Okay. So could this work for me? If you're passionate about oils, check yes. Do you love people? If you're here, I know you do. And can you follow a system and get things done? If you're capable and committed, that's definitely for you. So what's the next step? If you haven't wholesale, or do you have a wholesale account? If yes, let's upgrade you to Wellness Advocate and set up 100 PV LRP so you can start making commission checks. If not, let's choose a kit for you, get you familiar with the products, and then we'll set up your LRP. And then reach out for help. We will plug you into all of our training and resources because we want you to share in your most authentic self. And then start making your list and sample everyone. That's the best. That's the fun part, is getting that sample out there. So the only thing keeping you from what you want is your story about why you can't have it. For me, starting this business, I was already doing photography on the side. So I thought, oh, why not one more, little side thing to, help pay for my oils or, little extra bonus things here and there. And then when I got laid off in 2019, it was like getting the rug pulled out from under me. And I'm just very grateful doTERRA was already in my life. And I just dived in, just all in doing the doTERRA business. And I've made some incredible friendships and made some great connections. And I'm just looking forward to, spreading the love in my community, because eventually my kids are going to grow up and going to have to go out into this community. And I just want people to feel good more often, because when we feel good, we do good. All right. So thank you guys, and happy oiling. I appreciate you stopping by and saying hello. I'm going to go ahead and stop the share. If I can figure out how to do that. Let me see. Stop share. Okay, here we are. Yes. Hi.
Hey. I've been having trouble and I keep dropping off. I
Okay.
missed the first kit that you
Okay.
talked about.
Okay, let me hold on 1 second. Let me go back. Give me 2 seconds, because I forget how
Those are great
Okay.
kits too.
they are. Honestly, I forgot all about them because we get so caught up in the other stuff, because they're all good. So here's the first one. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this one, real quickly, it comes with 2 trim shakes. You have the option of 2 chocolates, 2 vanillas, or a chocolate and a vanilla, so you can mix it up. It comes with the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and the 4 Slim and Sassy bottles. Now, all this together is below wholesale costs, so there's a savings of $63. But the price you see on the screen, that $234, is including the $35 membership fee. But for you, it would be $199. And then I mentioned the 4 bottles. You could put one in your kitchen, one in your home office or your home gym. Or you can throw one in your purse so you have it with you on the go. Or I think that was what I covered there. So it's always in front of you, so you don't forget to use it. And if you if you decide to do the suggested whatever slide that was, let me see if I can. Oh, I forgot how to get out of this part. But anyway, I don't think I could go back. Oh, I can. Yeah, let me see if I can find. Yeah, they're getting started. So if you wanted to do, your blend in the morning between meals twice a day, plus you're going to probably put it in your water while you're eating your meals. So, it's going to go pretty quickly. So you want to have those bottles like right there in front of you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and unshare now if I can figure that out.
Thank you.
I have to go all the way to the end. Okay, there we go. Technology. Okay. So any other questions? Hi, doggy. What's her name? I forgot.
Lucy.
Lucy. Hi, Lucy.
She wanted to see, I guess. She jumped on my lap.
Wanted to check it all out.
Yeah.
Aw,
She's cute.
so cute. Adorable. So any other questions or anything else I can help you with? No? Okay,
This
well,
was
we're
great.
all, okay, good. Okay,
Yeah,
that's it,
I'm
ladies.
good. Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're very welcome. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, you
Thank
too.
you. Lots of great
You-
information. Thanks, Nicole.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.